strong.
Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Discuss. Now on the third, I wouldn't say an episode, the third video of Let's Discuss, we're gonna go and talk about the Fallout spoilers. Fallout is a set that's going to be released early next year. Is it early next year? Let's have a look. Kind of the 8th of March. So the 4th month. So 4 months into the new year, we'll have ourselves a Fallout set, which pretty cool. I've just to say this out now, I've never really been into the Fallout games. Like the Fallout games, even though I love like Skyrim and Bethesda, I've never really got into the Fallout series. Don't know why, I just didn't have any interest in it. But I do have interest in magic. And some of the cards do look pretty cool. Some of the cards I might actually take to put in other decks, like my knights, my maybe some trees, I don't know. So I think we should get actually into the video. So here we are. So Fallout spoilers. So as always, I'll look at the first three. So we have Idolize, our first enchantment aura. A charm creature has, whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets a +X/+X, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. Now, this could be quite cool. Like, if you run like a Voltron deck, meaning that if you basically put everything onto your commander, like I do with my knights, then this could be really good. I might grab this and pop it into my knights, because usually I have a bunch load of non-land perms on my board, aka being my equipments that I have 18 of in the deck. Which, like, yeah, if you want like a Voltron deck or anything like that, or a deck that revolves around enchantments, like this would be pretty good to have if you got the enchantment precon from on the Masters. I don't remember the name of what deck is, but this would be pretty good in it. And here we have its showcase. Like, I really do. This is supposed to look like the Pit-Boy, which is pretty cool detail. Like, I'm not a fan of the font they've used, but I understand it's the font used in the game, I would guess. But yeah, first card is I like. Second is Vault 101, a birthday party. Now, comes in, you create a white soldier, human, and a true token. The second and third ability, you may put an aura or an equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it to control. This, I would, again, same with the Idolize, I would actually put into my knight deck, because my deck revolves around equipments mainly. But you can also put this in a aura based deck. Like, since the release of Eldraine, we have a bunch load of cool like aura cards, and this one at the moment does not appear to have a showcase. And then we have Mr. House, President and CEO. Pretty sure this is from Fallout New Vegas, I think. So, whenever you roll 4 or higher, create a 3/3 colorless robot artifact creature token. If you roll a 6 or higher, instead create that token and a treasure token. Pay for, roll a 6-sided dice plus an additional 6-sided dice for each mana. Oh, for each mana treasure tokens. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you take two d4s. Let's say d4. You know. First you roll d6. Like I rolled a 4. I create a 3/3 cast and a treasure. Oh no, I just create a robot. Roll 6 or higher, create a treasure. Okay. Like there are so many cards in the game that says roll like a D. Most of them are like D20s because of the D&D sets, but there aren't that many cards that just say roll a D6. So this was. I'm pretty sure this is also. I don't know if this is a commander? Everything. All out. On the decks. Yeah. Nope, okay, he's not a commander, but he's used in one of the commander decks. To be fair, it's got the same colours as my knights. Or I play this as a knight. And he doesn't have a showcase. There's also a 0-4. Makes sense. I think in the game he's literally just a corpse with his mind inside the machine or something. Okay, then we have Redstorm. Oh, Raidstorm? Radstorm. It's got Storm, which you may cast this. When you cast a spell, copy it for each spell cast before this turn. So it doesn't even have to say your turn. You can cast it during your opponent's turn. If they've cast like 2, you can then pay for play this, and then you copy it like, I don't know, 3 times. This just says proliferate. At the moment, we use proliferate for 1/1 counters. And, well, poison counters, but there's another, I think there's another reason why this is in here. And bam! To be honest, this kind of looks like it should have been Toxic Deluge. Just this artwork right here. Feels like it should have been Toxic Deluge. And of course, being the showcase, it doesn't seem to have any of the keyword text. I kind of prefer cards with keyword text because then I can kind of know what they do, and I can then read it a couple times to actually fully understand it, and then I'll replace it with the showcase. But yeah, I'm managing proliferating like 3 times. That's pretty good for 3 mana. Hey, I think I'm gonna sneeze. I did sneeze. Okay. Then we have Nuka-Cola. Nuka-Cola vending machine. Pay 1, tap, create a food. So, 3 mana. Technically 4 mana, create a food. Which, first time you play this, that's kind of a lot, but once you get to your, like, the third, I don't know, the second turn this card's up, it actually becomes pretty decent. Plus, whenever you sack a food, you create a tapped treasure. So already, you're replacing that food with a treasure. So you're gaining 5 life, gaining 3 life, and gaining a tapped treasure. There's no downside to this card. Especially if you put this into the Second Breakfast Hobbit deck. I think it's called Second Breakfast. You could just get so many treasures because that deck spits out so many food. And the alt art. Alt art's pretty cool. Obviously you got the Pip-Boy, you got the ball caps. To be fair, this looks like more from this. I'm seeing this and I'm thinking Loki, the TV series. So far I've only seen a couple of these alt arts. Yep. We have over encumbered. I read that and kind of giggled to myself for a little bit. So, you enchant target opponent. So this actually goes on opponent, not you or your creatures, or any creature. Enters the battlefield, enchant opponent creates a clue token, a food token, and a junk token. At the beginning of combat on enchant opponent's turn, that player may pay 1 for each artifact they control. If they don't, creatures can't attack this turn. Like, already, you have to pay. For example, if you have no artifacts and your opponent plays... If your opponent has, like, no artifacts, you equip this to your opponent. Your opponent has 3 artifacts. To be honest. They can just sack all the tokens. I don't know what a junk token is. I don't think we're at the point where we know what a junk token is. If we are, I'm hoping it's on one of the cards here. Hang on, my dog is barking for some reason. Okay. Sorry about that. That was my dog barking at my cat Milkshake when he came through the cat flap. Okay. So, what was I actually talking about? I got up to junk and explained. Yeah, I think I explained that you pay to stack the clue, pay to stack food. We don't know what junk token does just yet. There might be a card that explains what junk tokens do when we go through all the spoilers. But yeah, if you can't pay 1 mana for each artifact, you can't go into your combat. Well, you can't attack. You're in your combat, you just can't attack. Which is bad for me because I run very heavy equipment, very heavy artifact decks. The only deck I have at the moment that you guys have probably seen that doesn't have that many artifacts is my Doran the Siege Tower Treefolk deck. Yeah, rest of my decks are quite artifact heavy. If I get this put on me, I'm going to have to destroy this. Yeah, the card is very nasty, but really good too. Okay. So, next. So, VATS. So, split second, so if it's on, like, if it's on the stack, they can't pass anything over it. It kind of just stops there. Yeah, choose any number of target creatures with equal toughness. Destroy the chosen creatures. For effectively 4 mana, it can destroy, for 4 mana, I think it's good because what the card does. It can destroy any number of, choose any number of creatures with equal toughness and destroy them. Most of the time, before what I've seen, people play cards that have 2 or 3 toughness. A lot of them have 2 to 3 toughness. This would be really bad for me and my tree folks because a lot of them either have 0 or 0 because they have toughness equal to the amount of lands I control, or just because they're usually 5, 5s or 7s. Well, 5, 6 or 7s toughness usually. Does this have a showcase? It does have a showcase and it shows a Deathclaw. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty. And then we have a cool command tower from, I want to say this is definitely Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, just add any more color in your commander's card, pretty basic, and this must be in every single command deck. So, generic staple in the commander decks, you always get a command. Oh, it literally says New Vegas here. Okay, I need to actually look at the flavor text of the card. And bam! Command Tower Altar Hut, which is just... looks like a mess. And then we have a Deathclaw. I was kind of underwhelmed when I saw this card. I thought usually when you see a Deathclaw, I think, oh no, it's a Deathclaw. I was expecting this to be like a legendary creature, or at least one of the commanders. But it's just a regular creature. It's a lizard mutant with monstrosity. When Alpha Deathclaw enters the battlefield, all becomes a monstrous. Destroy target perm. You're paying a 6 drop 6/6, but I just think monstrosity is a really bad mechanic in the game. Like for example, you're paying 7 to gain 4 1/1 counters. Like I know you can do that multiple times, and it does have menace and trample, but it's just so underwhelming of a card. Yeah, it's just a bit underwhelming. And here is the showcase. The little bit of Saliva. Special in perks general. Oh, this is the. Oh, this is the. Ah, okay. This is the pause scene. But yeah, it doesn't wow me at any point. Hey. And then we have the Intelligence Bobblehead. For standard, you can have you can have up to 4, which helps with this card's like pay 5 tap. But you tap it down 1 mana of any color, you may pay 5 tap, draw X cards where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Like with that, this can't be the only bobblehead. We know this can't be the only one, so we're gonna have at least a couple others. I assume, like for all the stats you can put on your character, assuming like strength, dex, intelligence, all that, they're gonna have bobbleheads. But it also has the XXL 500, so it looks like there are only going to be 500 of the intelligence bobbleheads. So same thing they kind of did with. There's a couple sets. They did it with, what's it, Phyrexia? They also did it with the Lord of the Rings set too. Then we have Wastelands, tap, sacrifice, destroy target on basic land. As the Alt Art. Then an Alt Art Soul Ring. Like, I'm thinking this has to be in the this must be in like a collector's booster or something. Or all the like showcase must be in collector's booster. They wouldn't just print this in a commander deck. But yeah, pretty cool. That's the Vault Door, that's the Soul Ring. That's pretty good. And then we have Crucible Worlds. You can play lands from your graveyard. Pretty cool. Extremely dumb if you've got like the sack lands. Like for example, I'll just have them here because they're on my desk. The Streets of Capanna sack lands, or you got like Verdant Catacombs or Marsh Flats. All the ones you tap, pay life, sack, gain a land. This is really good for cards like that. We have an Arcane Signet, which is the Pit-Boy and a Pit-Boy. And then we have Rex, Cyber Hound. So we have our first doggo. This is in the Energy Commander deck. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, they mill 2 cards and you get 2 energy counters. You may pay 2 energy counters, choose target creature card in a graveyard, exile it with a brain counter on it, activate only as a sorcery. Rex has all activate abilities of all cards exile with brain counters on them. So effectively, like yeah, he doesn't gain any power toughness, but he doesn't gain the activated abilities of each card exiled with a brain counter. which I actually really like the idea of the energies. There are a few cards in the game that can really like max the that's the word I'm trying to say, I can't remember what the word is, but they can maximize the potential with energy cows. And then there's some with energy cows that can do bum all really. But I might want to look into getting, if this was a set I'm going to get, I think this commander deck will be the only one I actually invest in, to be honest. So, and then we have one of the commanders. As you can see, this is the energy counter commander. When you cast, whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get a energy counter. You tap, pay 1 energy. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample and haste in the turn. For 1 energy counter, you're giving it trample haste. That's really, really good. Tap, pay 3, draw a card. Then tap, pay 5, return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I think that's worth paying 5 because every time you cast an artifact spell, you get an energy counter. And there are ways of casting spells from the graveyard, well, artifacts from the graveyard, so you probably will have a good fat stack of energy cows. Plus, she's only a 3-drop, so yeah, you can get her out like turn 3. There we go, this is her showcase. Perfectly honest, I think I prefer the... I'm not a huge fan of the Pip-Boy showcase. More than likely, I'll probably just stick with the actual card arts. And then we have Clay Clone. Suspend 2, so you pay 2 and wait that number of turns. Or you pay this your cards, cost this card, and enters battlefield, create that many. Oh no, you create that many copies of it. Okay. When Clay Clones attack, each creature you control named Clay Clones gets +0/+1 to the end turn. That's about it. It's just ways of getting more copies of cards, to be honest. It's like the blue clone. And then we have the second commander. When you attack, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, choose 2. Create 2 1/1 red and white soldier creature tokens with haste, tapped, and attacking. You draw a card and lose life. It deals damage equal to the number of creature tokens you control to target opponents. This card is really good. I don't know if you're like, okay, you can start making like the soldiers and draw a card, and then once you have a board, you can then do the deals damage because you can choose 2 instead of choose. So if you have a really big board of like tokens, you can deal a lot of damage to your opponent. And then we get to the radiation counters. So, radiation. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, if you have any rad counters, mill that many cards. For each non-land permanent card milled this way, you lose 1 life and a raid count. So, with this, yeah, raid counters are a thing in the game now, which, if I've got like 5 raid counters, beginning of my pre-combat main phase, I mill 5 cards, I lose 1 life. I'm sorry, for each non-land card lost this way, I'll lose 5 life and a raid count. So I'll go down to 4 raid counters. But then there are cards in here that say target like opponent gets a raid counter, or when this card deals damage to that many raid count. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's just mill. It's just mill. To be honest, it's blue mill. Just blue mill. And then we have Frail Ghoul. Zombie Mutant 2/2, 3-drop, Menace. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on this. When this dies, each opponent gets a number of raid counters equal to its power. Yeah, because this actually happens. So yeah, this is how you can sack this guy off by using like any of the generic sack black cards like Village Rites. I can't remember any of the other sack cards. Ashnok Altar. But this, the Mothman, pretty much, he is a raid counter. I'm pretty sure he's the raid counter commander. A 4-drop 3/3 flying. Whenever enters the battlefield or attacks, each player gets a raid counter. So including yourself, you also get a raid counter. Whenever one or more non-land cards are milled, put a +1/+1 counter on each up to X target creatures, where X is the number of non-land cards milled away. Okay, so he starts off with 1, then 2. Every time he attacks, it's pretty good. Like, it's, at the end of the day, it's blue mill. It is a blue mill deck. And we have Mothman. Yeah, in my opinion, it's just a blue mill deck. Not, I can't stand like blue mill. I see it all the time in Arena, and it just infuriates me. It's like, I'm here. I just want to play the game and get my challenges done. I don't want to sit here and watch you mill my entire deck. But we have the goodest of boys, Dogmeat, which is a red, white, and green. So you can actually use this in Ren and Seri. So when Dogmeat enters the battlefield, you mill 5 cards, then return an aura or an equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. So surprisingly, this doggo works. It's just like he fetches you things in the game. He fetches you auras and equipments from the deck, from your bin to your hand, which is really good. Whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, you create a junk token. Okay, here we go. So what's a junk token? It's an artifact with tap sack. This artifact, exile the top card of your library. May play that card this turn. Oh my god, junk tokens are insane. Allows you to play the top card of your deck. You still have to pay the mana cost. But junk tokens are insane. It's like a Bolas Citadel, but you still pay mana. Or Argo of Autumn. Actually, it's probably more like Argo of Autumn. Oh wow, Dogmeat's insane. Sure, you have to have an equipped creature, but that can't be hard in equipped base decks. I know it's not hard because I run equipped base decks. Like, I've had Nazan since 2017, and then I switched them out for Sir Gwen. Oh yeah, do you have a ship? Oh, here he is. He's the goodest boys. Yeah, I'll probably keep it this hard because I can barely really see with all the lines and everything. I guess that's why, like, it's not a clean picture. Even though the lines are intentional because that's what you have on the screen that's small in the game. But yeah, he's the goodest of boys. And then we have all of the basic lands. which there are 2 of each basic land in this set, just like there has been in the last few sets. So we have plains. Like, I think this is supposed to be you just walked out of the vault, because this is obviously it's 4 out of 4. Entire sets we've rolled around 4 out of 4, and New Vegas. I don't think there are any 4 out of 3 cards in here. If there is, you guys probably let me know in the I was going to say the description, but no, that's where I put stuff in the comment section below. That's it. Yeah, you have a kind of like this third-person view, and then you have this like above view. It kind of makes it look like you're playing a strategy game. Like, what can I use as an example? Like Halo Wars, the Halo Wars game, those kind of things, and some mobile-based games like State of Decay or something like that. So yeah, each land has third person, what you a character looking out, and then like none of the lands wow me, but they do look kind of nice. So that's kind of my that's my first view on the cards. I did read them once while going through when they were first announced during, I think it was the weekend. But yeah, only like 3 cards kind of like really make me happy. Like, these 2 are really good. I like the Energy Commander. I like her. I might buy this. If I have the Muns in March, I will buy this Commander deck. Which I'm pretty sure it's got the same color as House. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't have white. Oh no, it's got blue instead of black. Okay, it's got blue instead of black, so you don't use House. Yeah, that's kind of my first view on the Fallout set from March. Like, I do have obviously, I will continue doing these videos when new spoilers gets released. Apparently, we should be getting some new spoilers for Ixalan soon. So you might actually have the next video. Let's discuss will be the Caverns of Ixalan spoilers. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing these Let's Discuss videos every time a spoiler list comes out for Magic, and I want to do something. I want to do a Let's Discuss for Pokemon too, because I do also enjoy Pokemon. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed my rambling, and as always, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos, hit that bell if you want to get notified when I upload more videos, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.